So we're staring at a roughly 400-pound paperweight that we need to get back on 4 tightly little fixed points.
Yes.
Yeah, not a great situation. Welcome everyone to the first day of working on the Hornet. Well, if I think about it, this is probably my 40th day total working on the cumulative time for me working on the Hornet. It's your first day working on the Hornet.
Yep.
Today we are endeavoring to clean this bike up a little bit, start the process of restoring this motorcycle. We basically are going to just hose it down, start polishing some stuff, take a look at things, get the wheels off, get some new tires on. Got a lot to go over this motorcycle today. It is the first day of many of working on it. You excited?
Yeah, this is going to be a big process. There's a lot of little things that we need to do before we can even begin to start putting parts on this motorcycle. When a bike has lived a life this long, there's a lot of things that go wrong on it. And I'm just looking down at rust spots and...
There's spiders coming out of it.
Yeah, we have an 8-legged stowaway that's probably from California. I'm seeing the horn wires broken from here. There's a lot that needs to be fixed, so I guess we just dive in and see what happens.
Let's get started.
I'm just expecting like a puddle of grease and grime to start appearing. I mean, the wheels held up remarkably well.
Look at the wheels. That was yours truly 3 years ago. Freshen these bad boys up. The outer rim of the brake is a little crunchy, but that's to be expected. The wheels still look pretty good, I gotta say. There's that, there it is right here, that little crunch in the wheel.
Whew, that's some cold water. Would you look at that? There's a clean motorcycle under this.
You will be made whole again, you piece of shit.
Second time's the charm.
There will be a good motorcycle. Also, guys, we are not cleaning this in the best way. You'd want to hit this with the 2-bucket method, rinse off every time, but do you really think the Hornet needs that? I don't. So we're being lazy today.
Most of it's gonna spend a day in vinegar. So.
Yeah. Do you think this is the definition of polishing a turd?
Yes.
Imagine telling yourself 3 years ago, it's like, one day you will be washing this bike and you'll be an employee of Yami Noob.
One day it'll be my job to work on the Hornet. You know, honestly, this is just surface rust on these forks. That should clean right up with the vinegar.
For sure, yeah. I'm like, look, man, water and soap made it onto the thing, okay? It's clean. Hey, this is Yan with YN Moto. Today we're looking at the Nolan N87 helmet. Other helmets, they don't work wet. This thing works wet or dry. You can use this thing on your favorite back roads, country roads, whatever kind of roads you want to go on. This thing is DOT rated, ECE rated, and Sharp 4-star rated as well. Other helmets, you're looking like a baseball cap on your head. This thing's going to keep you protected anywhere you go. This helmet's working twice as hard for you. Why do you want to crap your helmet for more money? This bad boy's got a fog-resistant visor, Climacool padding, and eyewear adaptive in case you want to be a sport-touring dad. What's not to like? It's made in Italy. You know the Italians make good stuff. This baby's also got a fully adjustable VPS sunscreen with 400 UV protection. Didn't know you needed to stay protected against the sun while you rode, did you? Here's some gooch juice we collected from one afternoon ride here in Texas. Now you grab some of this, regular helmets, you put it in a helmet here, that is gonna stick. That is gonna get inside your shell, that is gonna smell bad all day long. Here, the Nolan over here, we're gonna do this in real time. You follow me, camera guy? You put the gooch juice in the Nolan, see that? It sticks, it resists, it doesn't get into your helmet. This will not get you stick, it will stay virtually dry all day long. Get yourself over to shop.yaming.co and get yourself one of these bad boys. Look, you're gonna go online, spend $550 on some Rock helmet that's not even gonna have the same features as this thing. Don't be silly. $325 get you this helmet right here. But if you go right now to shop.yaming.co, get yourself 10% off this helmet right here. That's $300 for this helmet full of features. Go to shop.yaming.co, get yourself this Nolan N87 helmet today.
So one of the things that we're going to encounter on this motorcycle is a ton of rusted bolts. And the best way to de-rust stuff is with a little bit of white vinegar. This is not the stuff that you cook with. This is actually 30% and it's super concentrated. And about an hour or so in a vinegar solution, occasionally getting shaken, and this is going to turn rusty orange and the bolts will come out nice and clean, or at least better than they are on this motorcycle now. So got a little vinegar bath. I got a ton of these cups, and we're gonna start pulling stuff off this bike.
Bolt? Wow, yeah, okay.
Bring that out. Oh, this brings back so many memories.
Oh.
All good ones, right?
Every one of them. Where's our spare fuses? There's some.
Kind of kid. Eventually.
That map, yeah.
It is so bent and wobbly.
Carving its own, it's telling its own story, you know?
Hit it with a vinegary sponge.
Yeah.
Clean it all. It's always a fun feeling when you stick a rubber glove into an acid and it immediately starts heating up.
Yeah. Does this gas tank pop off in the reverse direction?
No. There's 2 bolts, I think, up front that hold it in place right at the yoke. But if there aren't, it should just lift right off.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Undo the C. Oh,
I got it.
yep. So that's fuel,
Okay.
and it's coming out.
Nice and close.
Yeah, that's just straight up flowing out. That sucks.
It's weird that it does that.
I didn't think it would. I thought that was vacuum, but then I saw it went to the injector. I'm like, wait a sec. Then I pulled it out. I was like, whoops. It's like the world's slowest, longest pee.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's going to allow it to run a little faster.
Yeah.
This is turning into a little bit of an isometric exercise here.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's just get the... I'm going to put my finger back over it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Let's get it. This isn't suggestive at all.
All right, folks, work continues on the Hornet. We've got the gas tank off, the rear cowl off, the seat off. A bunch of bolts are coming off this thing. Getting the gas tank off was a real adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah, so you'd think like most modern gas tanks, you just undo the fuel lines and no fuel comes out. But that's not the case on the Hornet. It's got 2 lines that go directly to the fuel rail for some reason. Not sure what that's all about, but one of them, you just started pouring gas everywhere.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Didn't expect that. And of course, because whenever you take a gas tank off, it's always full of gas.
Oh, always.
So,
But
and now we are working on getting the exhaust off. What else?
so we're still doing some de-rustification on these bolts, but main thing now is get the cans off. We're gonna do it carefully because you actually can't get these Yoshis anymore. And if for whatever reason we want to go back to these cans, it's gonna be nice to have this system. If we can salvage it underneath this heat wrap, which who knows. But at least the cans, they're still pretty valuable. and then we're just going to go in and carefully hand clean a lot of the electronics and stuff, and probably remove some of the mods that were done to this bike.
Brake fluid flush.
Brake fluid flush for sure, because that's really easy to do. Chain clean for sure,
oh
also
my God.
really easy to do.
Yeah, rear wheel clean, get the wheels off eventually.
Yeah, get the new tires on. It's a process, man. It's a real big process, but we got a shop this time instead of
let's keep chipping
a
away.
garage. So this here bolt has been sitting in the vinegar bath for quite a while, and you can see a lot of bolts were in there, but that is the acid that it was sitting in. And with a little bit of rubbing on some Scotch-Brite, it goes from being brown to silver again. So it actually removed a lot of the rust, and it's a mellow enough acid that it's not decreasing the mass of the bolt. You're not going to have to worry about the threads not fitting anymore. It's just good at getting surface rust off. So if you have a bunch of rusted bolts on an old motorcycle, some cleaning vinegar and an hour worth of agitation and some Scotch-Brite cleans them right up. This one came right off.
Yeah, that's nice. Dude, this Y pipe popped right off. Look, it's not even on there.
Yeah, no, it's not on the bike.
All right, guys, so the Hensai Hornet utilizes a very old school undertail exhaust. As you guys can tell, it's got two pipes here that used to be here. It goes down into a Y and goes between the swing arm, engine, and rear shock here, goes out underneath and into all four of the headers over here. That makes removing this a bit of a pickle. We need to actually get a car jack up here, lift up the subframe, and then remove the rear shock over here so we can actually get this pipe fully off of there. Spite mentioned to me that that's a known thing to do for CB900Fs on the forums, right?
Yeah, it's the only way to get it done if you don't have another way to separate the tire, because once you get this shotgun done, it's going to unload the rear subframe, and it's just going to drop it. So you got to have something taking the weight. But the cool thing about this, and also big pain in the ass, is if you look right here, this is the remote reservoir for the shock. So you got to get that clear. You got to clear this, and then you can get to the top bolt, and then your bottom bolt, and then the whole shock comes out. So not too bad.
I got it.
Nice. I don't know that mine had that mud flap.
I hate this thing. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and pull it out.
There you go.
That's beautiful.
Y pipe gone.
As is tradition.
How much cleaner it is without that.
It's so nice.
So guys, this motorcycle originally had a, well, not originally, it was put on by the guy who won it, an automatic chain oiler. And I really, really advise you don't use it, because if you come take a look at this side, all of this stuff that comes off the motorcycle is just caked on oil and grease and grime, because you don't actually clean the chain, you're just oiling it. And if you look, this is a clear sprocket, and this is a gold chain, and it was all black when we got our hands on it. So just every 600 miles, clean and lube your chain. It's not that hard.
All right, guys, so we are speccing in a Bridgestone S21 Battle Axe on this motorcycle. We actually picked it up off the YN Moto store. But I just wanted to show you guys what a 20,000 mile Pirelli Angel GT looks like versus a brand new tire. There's literally no curve to this tire. It is just flat here after probably tons and tons and tons of highway miles versus this tire that actually has a shape to it. So we are very excited to get actual proper rubber again on this motorcycle. Going to make a massive difference for its handling.
It's coming.
That's going to need grease for sure. It is really, I got it.
There she is.
That's it. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, folks, we are, I was about to say halfway there. We're not even close to halfway there.
Nope.
We've torn a lot of stuff off the motorcycle, as you can tell. I think one of the cool things about this bike is the more we clean it and the more we get into it, it's actually in pretty good shape. There's nothing that looks ridiculously out of sorts. I think we were both pleasantly surprised with the chain and sprocket situation.
Yeah, I hit the chain with many coats of the heaviest duty chain cleaner we have here. And it's like perfectly gold, as you saw earlier. So. And I realized that the rear sprocket is silver, which that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so now we're gonna get those new tires on there. We're going to get the new exhaust and the headers on there. We're going to, if we have time, do the new indicators. That should be an easy swap. And we should also bleed the brakes, I think, if we have time. That'll be an easy one.
Yeah, if we can get the front tires back on, or both tires back on, rather.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's get after
bleed
it.
them with the wheels off. That would be bad.
So we're staring at a roughly 400-pound paperweight that we need to get back on 4 tightly little fixed points.
Yes.
Yeah, not a great situation. God, that was not.
Got it, Josh?
Yes.
Okay.
So Derek, this is something you'll come to learn from me. I am halfway decent at riding motorcycles. I am god-awful at wrenching on them. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't work in my brain to like work on bikes correctly. I always break something. I always destroy something. This is gonna be beautiful.
Man, look at those headers, dude.
That looks great. Way better than the old Looks nice though.
Yeah,
Looks
stainless
great.
steel headers.
All right, folks, wrapping the day up here. We've done a lot to the Hornet in one day, I would say.
We've done more than I've ever done in a single project, for sure.
Yeah.
So much is off this motorcycle, but we started the day knowing that the motorcycle would not be running until we got the new tank.
Yeah. So whenever that shows up, we're then going to get the bike running and going. A couple more things left to do. We got to put the new Power Commander map on, finish up the exhaust. We're going to bleed the brakes tonight. New indicators, new headlights. That's all going to come in episode 2. You guys are going to see that. Hopefully we do that with our new gas tank too, so we can get this thing all beautiful and sorted. But this bike's really going to come together, dude. Like, it's pretty sweet.
Honestly, the amount of work that we put into it today, it seems like it's more of a crap bike now on camera, but in person, we decrustified so much on here.
Yeah.
Going through and actually spot cleaning this stuff is probably next up, but getting the old heat-wrapped headers off, getting the old tank off, the old rear cowl off, and actually going in and with a fine-tooth comb checking out a lot of the stuff on here.
Yeah.
Just made for a huge improvement on this bike.
Yeah, we are very excited to keep working on this bike, not today, but sometime in the future, and get it all back to its former glory.
But I think this is one of the first times where we've embarked on a big, heavy-duty project like this and actually kind of enjoyed the whole process.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a big slog, even though we did have a pair of whoopsie-daisies.
Yeah, since it's not a giveaway bike, we can just tell you guys this thing fell off the stand twice today. Literally had it over on its side without its wheels on. That was fun.
Yeah, so just luckily we had 4 dudes in here to lift this thing back up onto the stands, because I would not have been able to do it by myself.
No, I wouldn't have either, yeah. So we are super pumped on this Hentai Hornet. Maybe we need to change the name one day, because it's going to have a different tank. Maybe the Handsome Hornet.
Yeah, there we go.
The Handsome Hornet, maybe that's what it's going to become. But let us know down in the comments if you guys want to see anything cool done to this motorcycle, any content you want to see. We definitely want to get a Z900 and compare kind of old school versus new school.
Oh, hell yeah.
4-cylinder naked bike action. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later. Woo-wee! I tell you what, there's another Yammy New video right over here waiting for you. It's Yosemite Yam, back at it again. Upgraded from Cowboy Yam by popular demand. Tell you what, click on this video right over here. Gonna get you cowboying, hooting and hollering, having all kinds of fun, cutting up with your buddies out there watching another Yammy New video. Woo-wee!